Oh, I
And
can tell
we're
you.
back.
There you go.
We're back. It's not Thursday, it's Friday, but we had a very busy day yesterday and couldn't fit it in. And true to our podcast of late, we are doing this informally, and because it's our podcast, we can move it or do whatever we want, whenever we want. So it's super cool. So welcome. Happy Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday.
Happy
How are you
Friday.
doing today, Mr. Maldo?
I'm good, and I'm glad that you are my co-host because the flexibility of just saying, by the way, I'm just gonna mess up everything as we're configuring here. The flexibility to say, you know what, this week for both of us, Friday works better. And let's check with the bosses, and we are the bosses.
I know, it's cool.
That is the way we should do things.
That's
But
how
let
we
me
should do
just
things all the time. But then there's like clients and stuff.
the way everything should be. It should always be what do Kelly and David want to do?
A peaceful
That's the way
world,
we
I
should
think.
handle things. So speaking of what Kelly and David want to do, that kind of leads into today's topic. And let me get I want to use our close up here. There we go. Let's get close up with our viewers here. So you mentioned something on our last live stream, and it was really, and I should turn towards the mic. I'm like looking at you, but the microphone's here, so I want you to hear
What
me.
did I say? You're gonna have to remind me because that was like a week ago or something.
What you said was, as we were doing that zoom in effect that we do into the planet, you said this would be cool if we had some Pink Floyd music.
Ah, yes, I
Can
remember
we
that.
can we do that? And the answer is yes and no. So I wanted to explain why we can do that on YouTube, but I'm not going to. Why we choose not to, and why we can't do that on Twitch. And that leads
Okay.
to this whole Twitch thing because Twitch is, you're not going to believe me when I tell you what's going on with Twitch. But let's start with YouTube because YouTube has something called a content ID system,
Okay.
which I love. The essence of it is fairness because if you think about it, if we play a Pink Floyd song and this video, people watch this stream, and the clicks on it, we get a little ad revenue. Well, I shouldn't be getting ad revenue from Pink Floyd's song.
Right.
They wrote the song, so I should pay them. So, but there's really no way to call up Pink Floyd and say, "Hey, can I get a license to use your music on my stream?" Just the world is not set up for that, and they don't even own it anymore. It's some company somewhere. And before the internet, the way it would work was these companies would call like think of them as venue licenses. If you're the House of Blues or the Hard Rock Cafe, those
Yeah.
companies have this venue licenses. So because bands play cover songs, they just do. That's how you learn how to play music. You play cover songs. So when the band comes into House of Blues and it plays cover songs, that band doesn't get a license. House of Blues has a license, so no one gets sued.
Fair enough.
So so how does that work on the internet? Well, there's this law called DMCA, and it was passed in like 1998. So before there was Twitch, before there was maybe before there was Facebook even. I mean, it is prehistoric. And it's a terrible law, and it doesn't address the reality of the way things work now and everything. So the law is to blame. And we got to keep in mind that, I'm going to say some not nice things about Twitch, but at the end of the day, if the laws were better, it would be easier for Twitch to make this work.
Okay.
But that being said, the law is what it is. It's terrible that you got to find ways to work around it. So what YouTube did to work around it is they have something called a content ID system.
Okay.
Love this content ID system. It's a robot thing, and it listens to all the videos on YouTube. And the best example is I have aside from this channel, the Let's Do Video YouTube channel, I have a guitar YouTube channel. And every song that I put up, because I play cover songs, I get a notice. And the notice says, our content ID system has found that you're playing copyrighted songs. Don't worry, you're not in trouble. But any ad revenue from these, anyone clicks on it and they watch an ad, instead of giving you the few pennies, we're going to give it to the company that owns the song.
As they should.
Yeah, I love that. I'm a musician. I don't want to steal music from other musicians, especially the musicians I love. I mean, these are my favorite
Right.
bands that inspired me. I'm like, take my money, take my money. But there's no way to give them the money, so YouTube figured this out. So good for YouTube. Now, right now, if any YouTube creator is watching this, they're going, Are you saying nice things about YouTube? Because there's problems with the YouTube system. Um, it's very, very easy to issue a complaint, a strike, or not a strike, but a copyright claim, and it's very, very hard um, to appeal it. So there are people who really don't own the stuff that are going around claiming they're owning the stuff, and they're taking people's money from their channels, and it's a whole nightmare.
Bad
I,
people.
yeah, and even the legitimate owners. A Twitch friend of mine, Jason Paradise, very, very popular streamer, huge YouTube channel. He put out a
Huge.
video, huge. He put out a video on YouTube a month or so ago. It was a 10-minute compilation of clips from his Twitch stream, funny things that happen on stream. So 40, 50 clips,
Okay.
10 minutes. He hired editors to do this. This took a while to produce. It was a 10-second clip that sounded like the beginning of a Green Day song. So the whole video, all 10 minutes, the company that owns the Green Day song gets all the money. Jason put all this work into it. He made this amazing video. It's 10 minutes of amazing content, but because 10 seconds of it got hit with the bot, he loses all the money for the whole thing. So people hate YouTube, but
he should buy royalty-free music.
he did. Actually, the clip that he used wasn't even really that song. It was he's been really. It was like it was that beat, but it was like, I think it was like goose noises instead of the guitar. So it was like quack quack, quack quack, quack quack, and it's like, you know, that Green Day song, right?
Yeah.
So he appealed it, and he said, I really wasn't playing the song. This is a parody of, you know, it actually is. He was actually right on this one. And
but then they pulled it down anyways, or not pulled it down, but
they gave all the money anyway because it's so hard to appeal. And you can argue that they should split the money, because it's not like everyone's watching that 10-minute video for that 10 seconds. They're watching it for Jason. He deserves some of the money. So anyway, so there's problems with YouTube, but at the end of the day, I'm happy with the way their system is. They paid a lot of money. YouTube they had to make deals with like Warner Brothers, Sony, kind of big companies, you know, huge companies.
Right.
Very large companies.
Huge.
And they haven't gotten it right yet. But at the end of the day, I feel safe that if I go on YouTube and play a song, I'm not going to steal from someone. I'm not a bad person.
Well, that's good. You can sleep at night.
I can sleep at night. Now let's talk about Twitch. Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Does everyone know what Twitch is?
That's a good question. Is anyone in chat, by the way? Hi, chat. Gonna chat. If anyone's watching, let us know if you know what Twitch is. But Twitch is a video platform similar to YouTube, but think of it as reverse. You know how YouTube is mostly about the recorded videos, but it also has some live stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Twitch is all about the live stuff, but they also have recordings of it. But Twitch started out as a video gaming site. So the way it worked was the streamer would put themselves in a little box in the corner where the kitty is there, and then the full screen would be the video game. And yes, people turn on their computers and watch other people play video games. I mean, just like you watch other people play sports. Think of it that way.
Well, Ashton's husband is making a living at it.
That's right. Jam.
Jim Jam.
I always get it backwards. It's Jim Jam.
Jim Jam.
I always get it backwards. But yeah, he's and I don't want to get too much into it because he's built a whole community. It's not just like people are interested in whatever game he's playing and just watch him because he's playing the game. There's the Jim Jam family. Jam. And it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Got it.
So that's what Twitch started out as. And a lot of streamers would have background music. As you're playing the game, you have background music. So what do you put on? You put on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not licensed. If I play Spotify right now, well, we're on YouTube, so we're okay. YouTube will do that thing. But if we were doing this on Twitch, I would be stealing music. But that's just what everyone does. So no one said anything about it. And Twitch was like, yeah, you shouldn't be doing that, so don't do that, but whatever.
Okay.
And then Twitch started encouraging a music community, which I'm a part of, and say, hey, and they weren't just like, oh, I guess if you want to use our gaming platform to stream music, we're not going to stop you. They encourage it. If you go to the Twitch website at the top, there's the categories. Music is like prominent, and they they had a Twitch live event, and they just kept talking about how they love the music community and they're supporting the music community and they love the music community. The way music works is 1% of musicians get to the point where they're good enough to write original music. You know, you do covers.
Is that really like a real stat?
I'm making that up, but
okay, because I feel like there's a lot of original musicians.
There's a lot of original musicians out there, but even original musicians, when they play a set, they have 1 or 2 covers in there. They learn by playing covers. The first Van Halen album, Van Halen is one of the most original artists ever. Totally original. There's a Roy Orbison cover on it. There's a Kinks cover on it. There's 3 or 4 covers on it because it was their first album. They hadn't written that many songs yet. And if you go to Twitch and if you look at the music channel on Twitch, you'll see it's a lot of people that have gotten to the point where they have 1 or 2 covers and then they take requests. Very few people. There's Matt Hafey is the lead singer guitarist of Trivium. They're a Grammy award winning metal band.
Okay.
He has 15 albums of Trivium songs that he can play. He's an exception. I mean, that's like, I don't know if you've never heard of Trivium, just think of any band that you have heard of. That's like if Miley Cyrus started streaming. She could play Miley Cyrus songs because she's Miley Cyrus. But most musicians aren't in Trivium. If you go to Twitch, maybe should I show it? Should I share screen and show it? I'm a little nervous to do that midstream, but it would be kind of cool.
Do it.
Should I do it?
No, why not? I have 20 minutes.
Okay. Should show what I'm talking about, huh? Let me Ooh. Okay, this might look a little weird, but we're gonna make this work. We're gonna make this work.
Show the world what you can do, David.
Magic happens.
Magic.
Okay, we might see. All right, that's okay. Okay, so this is the Twitch website, and you can see right at the top, esports, music. Music is they're prominently featuring music. They're all about music. So if we go down, look at all these musicians, and you see people, you know, a lot of keyboards, what's it called, the turntables, even harps. A lot of these people do have some original songs, but most of them are playing requests. Most of them are playing covers, either mixing in covers or just totally doing covers. Most of us have bots set up in our streams to take requests. So if you're watching us, you type !request. Actually, I know this guy. This guy's really cool. It's gonna play an ad probably.
Darn it.
All right, but but you get the idea. We have bots in our chat, so someone types !request and a song, and that song plays. And we play that song. We're totally designed to do, and we've been doing it for years. And Twitch has been like, you know, be careful, make sure you get the licenses for your DMCA stuff. And we're like, they don't give license to us. You guys seem to be working on that. And they're like, oh yeah, haha. And just we've all been sort of like waiting for it. You know, every once in a while, someone just brings up and says, is anybody worried about the fact that we're all playing unlicensed music and we're basically stealing? And we're like, can someone take our money? You know, we're not happy about this. We just don't know what to do. There's nothing we can do.
Got it. So they're not giving you the platform to do the right thing.
Yeah. So we've just been sort of doing the wrong thing. And finally, what happened is, I think during the pandemic, a lot of people who work for music companies were sitting at home and maybe watching Twitch. So Twitch went from having 6 strikes a year to getting like 5,000 strikes in June. It just went nuts. And I made up the numbers. The numbers are, I'm not a reporter. The numbers are in articles. Go read the articles out there. By the way, I want to show this. All of a sudden it's in the news. The Verge, /Gear, PC Gamer, they're all talking about.
So when did that happen?
This is like last week.
Oh.
Twitch put out, that's why I'm like all excited about it. Twitch put out this email. I got this email. And the email was put out as a press release. It was put out on Twitter. I should share it. I'm not going to find it now. But it was Twitch's explanation for, oh my God, we're so sorry about the debacle that just happened. Because what happened was Twitch got 5,000 strikes at once. And they tried to protect us, and they said, look, we got these strikes. Before we process them, we're going to give you a deadline. Delete all your recordings off our platform. Delete all your they're called video on demands. Because whenever I do a stream, the stream is automatically recorded and saved on their platform. So
sorry, my dog's crazy.
It's okay. You want me to mute you? I don't want to mute you. That's rude. You got it. So so I have all these recordings on the platform, and they said delete all your recordings, and we're like, what? That's like 4 years of history. We're all really upset. It was like an emotional thing, but we all deleted all our recordings. I downloaded some things, deleted some things. Here's the thing. How
many did you have?
Oh, hundreds of highlights, hundreds of clips. I mean, it was a lot of stuff. But here's the thing. You remember that old movie Poltergeist?
Yeah.
Remember the scene where they moved the gravestones, but they didn't move the bodies? They built the town on a graveyard. And at the end, the bodies started popping up out of the ground. They said, you moved the gravestones, you didn't move the bodies. When Twitch deleted their clips, they deleted them, the links to it on our pages, but they still had them in our servers. So people were getting and it was still where the bots got access to. So people started getting strikes for things they deleted.
Oh no!
Now Twitch is like, oh, you can appeal it. Don't worry about it. But it was really stressful for people.
That's terrible.
And by the way, if you get 3 strikes, you're off the platform permanently. Like on Boom So Much, if Boom So Much gets 3 strikes, I can come back as Boom So Now. David's off the human being is off the platform. So getting strikes is a huge deal.
Oh my goodness.
So all of a sudden people are getting strikes. Twitch employees are getting strikes for sounds that they have in the background of their streams, not musicians. Twitch employees, you think they would know how to do it. It's so bad Twitch employees are getting strikes. Musicians are getting like temporary bans and no one knows for what. People are getting strikes for music that's in video games. If you play, there's a game called Grand Theft Auto where you drive a car around town. The car has a radio. The songs in Grand Theft Auto in that game are not licensed. So people who are just normal gamers using Twitch to play games are getting strikes for the sounds that are in the game. So
are people freaking out?
People are losing their minds. So and I have a friend, Chainbrain, he's a guitarist. He put out a clip, and I should have shared it, but it's in those articles that I shared. We said, okay, so this is what Twitch is going to be like, and he took his electric guitar. If you're an electric guitar, it's not plugged in; it just sounds like ding, ding, ding. Right. And he started playing that, and it went viral on Twitter because it was so funny that that's really what Twitch wants us to do. And it's like, oh, is that really what Twitch wants us to do? Hey there, thanks for reaching out. We recommend reading through the game if you're playing a game that has sounds in it. Turn off the music in a game or mute the game audio. The biggest video game streaming platform on the planet, the place that made video game streaming a thing, the place that where we all, online, we live online now. I live on Twitch. My family is on Twitch. My community is on Twitch. They're telling us if we want to play games, we should mute the audio in the games. Something is wrong here.
Did they just send that?
This is 4 days ago. I clipped it when I saw it.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's 2 or 3 days ago. So it's and there are people who, and again, my friend Chamberlain, he makes a good point. He's like, look, because he's a partner at Twitch. His stream is really great. It's really successful and really doing great. And when you're a partner at Twitch, you meet people who work at Twitch, and they're not monster garbage people.
They just don't know what to do. They're not.
It's above their heads. I mean, they're gamer, and
they're gamer people.
And there have been other stories, but I'm not going to get into that. But there's good people there, and they're being totally demonized. And I don't want to be mean to the people, but yes, it's not their fault that the law is a law. Yes, if I do my stream tonight and I play a Van Halen song and I get a strike, it is 100% my fault because that is the law. But the fact that they're not trying to find a way to make it work. The fact that they're not trying to do what YouTube did. And it's because it's super expensive. But Twitch is owned by Amazon, which is owned by the richest guy in the world. They have the money and they could still be profitable. They could be
Twitch is owned by Amazon?
Amazon bought Twitch for $1 billion. $1 billion.
So they could figure this out.
They could figure this out. They have access to it. I'm not saying Jeff Bezos should just be a generous guy and just buy it, although he could. But they could find ways. Charge me. Right now, if you subscribe to my Twitch channel, I get like
I do.
$2.13. Thank you, by the way. So I get like $2 and Twitch gets $3. So Twitch take $4 and give me $1. Do whatever it takes, but I can't get the license. Some other streamers, I think, was it Matt Gaddy or Mr. Greggles? There's some really good drummers and bassists, and some of them are really professional musicians and have reached out to the music companies and said, let's say I have all the money in the world. I want to license your music, Sony Music, whatever, Warner Brothers for my stream. How do I do that? I don't remember which company it was. And they emailed them back and they said, we're just really not interested in it. We want to give out a platform license. Have the platform that you're on reach out to us for a platform license. That's Twitch. That's Twitch. These companies are not, they don't, it's not like I want to play music for free. I want to steal Van Halen music for free. No, I want to pay Van Halen, or whoever owns their songs. It might not be them, it might be some company. But whoever owns the songs owns the songs. I want to pay them. They won't take my money. They want Twitch's money. And it's so bad. I have one last thing here. And I didn't verify this. A good reporter would have reached out to Blood Music and verified this. This might be fake. This might be a troll.
These people are ridiculous.
Well, it makes sense. It's a heavy metal music company. Okay. So this heavy metal music company, they own songs. They manage bands. These are the people issuing the strikes. These are the bad guys issuing the strikes. But they're not bad guys. They're good guys. And they explain
broke is all get out since the pandemic.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they're not doing live events. So there's, their musicians are struggling. They're struggling. But these guys are good guys. And what they said is, since they can't do what they do is on YouTube, they do the thing. If I play their song on YouTube, they get the money, which I love and they love. That they like play our songs on YouTube, we get the money. We're so happy with that. They want to do it on Twitch, but Twitch won't do that. But so now the way it's set up is, if someone plays their song on Twitch, they get a strike. They don't want to do that. What Blood Music said is, look, if Twitch streamers can't pay us for songs, we want them to have it for free. Blood Music is being such good guys, if this is real. They're saying, Twitch streamers, we want you to use our music for free, but there's no whitelist. Twitch doesn't have a whitelist. This company is reaching out to Twitch saying, put us on the whitelist. Let your streamers use our music for free. And Twitch isn't answering their emails.
Okay, so this all of a sudden happened, what did you say, last week?
It blew up last week. It got in the news last week because that was the deadline to delete all our stuff. So everyone was freaking out to delete all our stuff.
Okay.
And
so everybody did
after the deadline, strikes kept happening. So and there's just been prominent strikes. People that we know have been getting suspensions, and no one knows why. The lack of information is really, really stressful. Herman Lee.
So there's no press releases or media relations or anything coming out.
They put out this one press release, which was the thing that started these stories, the Twitch apologizes stories. That was their press release, and I should have shown it here. But here's the thing that made me so mad about that press release. That press release let me turn this off. What I wanted from that press release was, Twitch streamers, we hear you, and this is what we're doing with the music companies. We've reached out to Sony, and Sony wants this, and we're offering this, and we're trying to get this, and we can't tell you this. We've reached out to Warner Brothers. We're working on it. We might have to charge you more. We might have to change things. We might have to have. That's all I cared about. And there was there were two or three sentences in this long press release that says, as far as us licensing the music, it is something that we've explored, but it doesn't. I don't remember the exact words, but they were like, it's not good. It's not so good for us. It's not. We're not that. Basically, they're basically like, don't hold your breath on that. If it does happen, it's going to take a long time, and there's not like a. There's that. It may not ever happen, and it's not going to happen fast. So don't hold your breath for it. And the rest of the press release was, here's how to delete your stuff. Make sure you delete your stuff. Be careful not to use any stuff. Don't use any stuff. And no real answers for, so if I want to play Mario Brothers and the Mario Brothers music is playing and a company owns a Mario Brothers music, am I going to get a strike for it? They didn't have any clear answers. They were just like, be careful, try not to use any, here's a list of.
They won't have any people on their platform anymore. If that's the case. Somebody else will build another one.
And they keep giving us
hashtag idea.
They keep giving us lists of royalty-free music, which is wonderful. It's nice that there's royalty-free music out there. And if I am like right now, I should have some playing. It would sound a little nicer if there was some little music like low, not that we have to talk over it.
Thank God I'm not playing any music on my end.
Well, no, we're on YouTube, but we just get
Oh, that's
demonetized.
right.
It's okay.
Okay.
See, you
That's
see,
cool. I should do
but
that.
but they're saying so don't play Spotify. Play, I think there's something called Monster Cat or something like that that has the free music. So that solves part of the problem, except that's not the music of our lives. You know what I mean? Um, but also,
So
what about the music channels? What about all the cover musicians? We can't say no one could ever do cover songs. You're going to get rid of,
I feel like
even if
they're
I'm wrong
just
about
gonna leave,
90%.
Dave. David, your favorite platform is gonna go away because people are gonna move to another one.
People are moving. I have a friend. He
Where are
does.
they going?
They're going to YouTube. And YouTube is not set up for it. My bots don't work in YouTube. All my games in chat, I have things in chat. You can guess what song I'm going to play next and whatever. None of that works. It's not as interactive. YouTube is, it just isn't, the community isn't there.
Lame.
So,
Right.
but it's, and I don't want to sound like, if they don't fix this, I'm going to leave and go to YouTube. No, if they don't fix this, I'm going to get 3 strikes.
Then you won't be able to use their platform anyway.
Yeah, it's not, I'm not
So
threatening
it
to
solves
leave.
itself.
Yeah, but, oh.
You're just so sad.
But they need to get the licenses. I love my Twitch community. I love my Twitch friends. Twitch has done a wonderful, wonderful thing by creating this platform and giving us a place to meet. I've made real life friends from this. I've learned music from this. And
For those listening, watching, or anyone, if you haven't yet, go check out David's Twitch stream because it's
Twitch-
unbelievable.
Twitch.tv/boom so much.
It is so funny.
And by the way, a shout out. I just saw one of our sponsors, Zoom, in our little logo scroll down there. There they are. Zoom has a new events platform. I don't know if your people are aware of this DMCA nightmare thing, but if whoever is running the Zoom events platform, if you jump on licensing quick and give my community a place to exodus, we don't want to leave Twitch. We really love it there, and we really love it there.
Mhm.
But if we're kicked out, we're going to be looking for a place to go. So anybody down
That's so
here
sad.
that does events, YouTube is like, come on, we're here for you.
Yeah,
But
they're just like keep doing it, Twitch.
oh, one more story. People will be streaming, like do outdoor streams. You could stream from your phone. So it'll be like walking down the street, and they'll walk past a store, and a store will be playing, 10 seconds of a Motley Crue song, and they'll get striked.
Strike,
Struck.
stricken, struck.
They'll get in trouble. They'll get a DMCA strike, and they'll be like, "I'm not playing any music. I'm walking down the street." If you're walking down the street and a car goes by,
How unfair.
yeah, the appeal process needs to be a lot better. The whitelisting needs to be a lot better, and they just need to get the big licenses from the big guys. They need to suck it up, no matter how much it costs. Pass it on to us. Pass it on to us. You guys are profitable. You could say just as profitable. I know that's the only thing that matters in the universe is being more profitable than you were last year. Pass it on to us. We'll pay it. This is really killing us. I mean, for me, it's my hobby, but for my friends, I have one friend. He was going to nursing school. He quit that because his stream is so successful. He's playing guitar. He's doing covers. Another guy, he was an IT guy. He quit that. He quit his day job because he's making enough money from his Twitch stream playing cover songs. I want to protect these people, and no, they'll adjust, they'll do this and that. Yeah, but it's gonna suck.
The Twitch wizards out there. Listen, hear David's cry.
It really comes down to the people at Twitch have to realize that as hard as this is, you need to hire the people that know this or whatever it takes, but we have to get the platform licenses. There's just we honestly, we've been looking for solutions to not make it come to this, like ways for the community to do it ourselves, and we can't figure it out. There's nothing. You got to get the licenses. Okay, Kelly's totally got to go, so let's go to our final thoughts. Oh, I missed our zoom in, but that's okay. We'll get right to it.
No Pink Floyd. Okay. My final thought of the day is I heard that a plane up in Alaska, when it was landing on the runway, it hit a black bear, which is really sad. You think you would have seen it, but I guess he or she didn't. But anyway, it's just It's very sad and it's incredibly unbearable.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's all I have for today.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Happy
Oh,
Happy Friday, and I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend.
that was amazing. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, David.
Yay.
Did my chat show up on our screen?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, they can still hear
Oh.
us now, by the way. Hi,
Sorry.
everyone. That's okay.
Don't talk any
See you
shit.
next week. Oh, wait, next week is Thanksgiving. So we'll
Not
see you.